Ja, maar met alle plekken.
Intro. There we go. Daar's ons nou.
Good morning, everybody. Namibia and the world.
Absolutely.
Nice to have you with us on this beautiful Friday morning.
Ek hou van jou verwelkoming. Namibia en die wêreld.
Yeah,
Ja.
it is in that order, by the way.
Is dit? Ja,
Yes.
nee,
I thought
verseker.
that I
Verseker,
just-
Namibia is baie belangrik in elk geval. Kyk die pragtige tuin
How
waar ons vandag
beautiful is this setting?
is. Ja,
Hey?
verseker.
So for those of you who don't know where we are at the Stellenbosch, and it is the Stellenbosch Tasting Room. And obviously the Stellenbosch also has got the wine bar, it's got the green room,
Yeah, absolutely.
and the
The market.
Stellenbosch market and the Stellenbosch Hotel, or the Windhoek for that matter. But here in this beautiful setting just behind us, and yeah,
Dis mooi nie. Dis baie
fantastic,
mooi.
absolutely
So
spectacular.
ons is so gelukkig hier. Nick Diener is ook gaan ook nou met ons saamgesels.
Yes.
En dit was eintlik sy idee gewees. Hy het gesê ouens, kom ons maak 'n plan en ons saai van hier af uit. Nou daar is so baie om vir julle te wys. Daar's so baie om te sien. Maar ons gaan dit los vir 'n ander keer. Vandag is ons eerste keer hier in hierdie pragtige tuin. En ons sê vir almal van julle welkom op Vrydag die 21ste.
Yes,
Daar's dit.
October.
Ja, verseker. So Kaufee, wie sê vir ons môre, want ek sien julle het al sommer vroeg begin dag sê.
Yes, let's have a look who has joined us this morning. Rousseau Hill.
Môre.
Hy sê môre, ons kyk maar
Waar is hy nou?
of my wifi
Waar?
hier werk. Hy is op 'n boot.
Ja.
He's on a ship
Yeah.
that is on its way to St. Helena. And I've always wanted to go to St. Helena.
Yeah.
And here, one of my big friends, Rousseau Hill, has now got the opportunity to go. Obviously, he's the main chef, and he makes sure that everybody on board gets the right meals. But I've got to be honest with you, I'm a little jealous.
Nee, verseker, maar wie wat so wonderlik van die internet
Yes.
is die feit dat Rousseau Hill is op 'n boot en hy kyk na ons.
Yes.
Hy kan seker nou nie vir ons sê hoeveel seemyl by hoeveel seemyl hy nou weg is van die kus af nie, maar Rousseau baie sterkte met daai groot projek van julle.
Yes.
Kaufee, ja, en dan kom ons kyk nog wie sê nog môre so vroeg in die
Well,
oggend.
at this particular point in time, everybody is still busy logging in. So let's do that a bit later
Ja,
when the
goed,
comments start coming.
Dis reg so. Ons kyk gou-gou na van die hooftrekke vandag. Ja, lekker storie op die voorblad. Mense van Oostenryk, Herbert Boeger, hy en sy vrou, hulle toer deur Namibia op hulle Harley Davidson. Pragtige foto's. Ons was bevoorreg geweest om met hulle te gesels, ons was bevoorreg om hulle te ontmoet. En hy sê net hy kan nie glo hoe wonderlike land Namibia is nie. En natuurlik baie belangrik hoe wonderlik die mense is, die gasvryheid van die mense.
Yes.
En Kaufee, hulle het nou 'n paar keer, hulle het beplan om net tot na die Fish Eagle Rally te bly, dan vir 'n dag Windhoek toe te kom. En hulle het weliswaar nou hulle tyd al 'n paar keer verander.
Okay.
En elke keer as hulle sê ons ry nou Kaap toe, dan is daar nog mense wat sê kom kuier nog 'n bietjie. Kom kuier bietjie by ons.
Yes.
En hy sê die gasvryheid van Namibiërs is absoluut ongelooflik.
Oh, well.
So dis 'n lekker storie op die voorblad van hierdie twee.
I have got a very interesting story for you this morning. And this is in the Allgemeine Zeitung on the 21st of October.
Ja.
And I'd like to take you over to page 3. And I think most of you will really appreciate this. They are saying here in German, and I'll translate for you, but they're saying in German, Feenkreisphänomen aufgeklärt. So what they're saying, the fairy circles that we have in our desert, in the Namib Desert.
yeah.
I'm sure that most of you have seen
Weet
these
van hulle.
wonderful photos of the fairy circles in
Yeah.
the Namib Desert.
Yeah.
And this has remained a mystery for almost 100 years. And experts have now resolved this whole issue.
Ek het
Because
al gewonder of hulle dit ooit gaan uitvind. Wat presies veroorsaak daardie sirkels?
yes, because everybody was thinking over all these years that it was termites. That
Yeah.
termites
Yeah, that's correct.
created
That's right,
this
yeah.
phenomenon.
Yeah,
And
that's
it
right.
is not true. So these experts have now gone, and they have determined that when it does rain
Ja.
and these grasses start growing, the grasses that are in the middle of that circle
Ja.
use so much of the moisture up
Ja.
that they literally then don't have any moisture left, and that is why they then die. And only the grasses on the
Is
outside
dit moontlik?
remain
Is dit
remain where they are.
Maar baie interessant, Kaufeee, dat dit net in daai gebied plaasvind. Jy weet,
Yes,
net in 'n
yes.
spesifieke gebied plaasvind.
Yes.
Ja, maar
so
julle moet daai
there we
storie
have
lees.
it. It has been, this whole issue has been now put to bed.
Dit is wonderlik, wonderlik, wonderlik. Ek het 'n ander storie hierso en ek dink ons moet trots wees op die minister, Tom Alwendo.
Right.
Hy het gesê sekere van die byvoorbeeld lithiumerts word die uitvoer daarvan word gestaak.
Okay.
Hy het gesê hy het opdrag gegee dat dit gestaak word. Nou daar's 'n klomp bronne in Namibië. En dis baie kritieke minerale hulpbronne soos byvoorbeeld lithium, kobalt, tantaal en ander seldsame minerale.
Right.
En dis baie belangrik vir tegnologie en ontwikkeling wat plaasvind. En Namibië is ryk aan hierdie stowwe. Maar hy het gesê, kom ons kyk bietjie na die ander angle hierso.
Yes.
Die ander kant van hierdie muntstuk is hoekom moet ons hierdie minerale uitvoer? Hoekom moedig ons nie die lande aan om hier fabrieke te kom bou en maak die batterye in Namibië?
Well, that makes sense.
Ek dink dis absoluut fantasties.
This is the right step into the right direction. Why export our stuff?
Presies.
Why not import
Die kundigheid.
the expertise of
Ja.
making our own batteries? for that
Natuurlik en dan vestig fabrieke hierso.
Sure.
'n Ander goeie stap en ek dink dis verblywend om te weet dat die ministerie regtig waar ernstig is oor hulle taak en hy het verwys na die onlangse nuusberigte in die plaaslike media oor kobaltuitvoere.
Yes.
Nou wat hier gebeur het is die Chinese mynbouer Xingfeng Investment het roekeloos opgetree deur erts in 'n groot maat uit te voer en ons het 'n span gestuur en vasgestel dat hulle die lisensie vereistes oortree het en dis stopgesit. Aldus die Republikein vandag.
Yes.
So ek dink dis wonderlik dat 'n minister hier optree en sê luister hier, genoeg is genoeg. Hierdie is belangrik vir ons land en die ontwikkeling en die ekonomie van die land.
Yes.
Kom ons stel die nodige maatreëls in plek en ons bestuur dit.
So we've got a story that follows up on this particular story that Dirkas just mentioned, and it is being reported by the Namibian this morning, that Minister Tom Alwendo, and he's from the Ministry of Mines and Energy, said yesterday that they do not investigate people who no longer work at the ministry amid concerns that officials are enriching themselves before jumping ship.
Yeah.
He says this. He says that what this whole story is actually about is that there seems to be allegations against certain people in the ministry who then go and put deals into place, let's say for foreign nationals, such as perhaps the Chinese. And he said during the media briefing, where he was addressing the alleged corruption in the ministry involving 50 million Namibia dollars, the sale of mining rights to a Chinese-owned company by people believed to be relatives of his former technical advisor, Ralph Muyamba.
Okay.
So this is the way that the allegation, that's the way we see it, is that these deals are put into place, and then once these deals are put into place, the individuals then resign. They then go back to these companies that got these mining rights, and they start cashing in.
En ek hoor wat jy sê.
No?
Ek hoor wat jy sê. Maar daar
Can't trace a penny, can you?
Ja, nee. Maar ek hoop dat van die ander handeldrywe wat ons oor gepraat het, wat mense regtig ontstel, soos byvoorbeeld die onwettige visvang in groot mate dat daar ook opgetree gaan word. 'n Vinnige storie, die wildhandelaar meneer Johan Lombard lyk my se kierings gaan braai. Hy het 2 wit renosters het hy vervoer sonder die nodige permitte. Was 2 Land Cruisers met sleepwaens en een van die voertuie het omgeslaan. Gelukkig het die renosters nie seer nie en nie een het seer gekry nie. Dis 'n mamma en 'n kalfie en die mamma is toe geneem na die bestemming, maar die ministerie het gesê luister jy het nie die nodige permitte nie. Hy moet die renosterkoei gaan terugvat en weer waar hulle vandaan kom. So lyk my hy staar 'n paar probleme in die gesig, maar ons sal meer daaroor gesels.
Wow.
Dan is daar's wonderlike in die kollig vandag van die Republikein, is daar pragtige stories oor kunstenaars en hulle kunswerke wat regtig waar die moeite werd is. Ek dink mense moet hulle bietjie gaan ondersteun. Dan nog enetjie van my kant af, die Toerisme Expo is terug 5 tot 7 November, as ek dit reg het.
And we've got our very interested eye on the Namibian Expo this
Sorry, dis 3 tot 5 November.
This year.
3 tot 5 November, na die afwesigheid van amper 2 jaar, is die Toerisme Expo terug. Dit was voorheen bekend as die Namibiese Toerisme Expo, dit staan nou bekend as die Toerisme Expo. So, as dit goed gaan, ons sal nog met Jens bietjie daaroor gesels. Jens Schneider, hy het vir ons gesê, luister die manne, daar is 'n plekkie by ons. Jens is 'n gereelde deelnemer met pragtige filmmateriaal en hy het gesê, kom ons kyk of ons nie 'n spesiale dag daarvan kan maak en van daar af uitsaai nie. Kaufee, so dit vir my is die inligting hier, kortliks in die koerante vandag. Ons het natuurlik is die sad nuus van die Eagles. Kyk, Wiese het hard probeer, David Wiese.
Yes.
Hy was goed op pad om Namibië te laat wen, maar dinge het net nie uitgewerk soos dit moes nie.
And that is also what we are saying to Namibia cricket. Yes, it was not meant to be in terms of us playing the UAE yesterday, but you made us so phenomenally proud.
Ja, verseker.
And yeah, I mean, we saw a very emotional visa yesterday. And but still, I mean, Namibia cricket, you guys are fantastic. Please don't stop. Carry on hacking away, practicing, carry on the way you are doing it because it's not going unnoticed.
Ek dink dit is fantasties geweest, regtig waar die ou het baie goed gedoen.
Yes.
Ek wil in elk geval ek het gesê Mark Barnard gaan vir ons reël dat ons dalk met van die cricketspelers gesels.
Ja,
is dit heeltemal reg.
When they're back, I've spoken to Mark already and he said that he will obviously get into touch with all the role players there and see that we can get
verseker.
A couple of interviews.
Ja, goed. Kom ons vat gou advertensie en dan gaan ons vir Chef Nick Diener hier by ons welkom heet.
FJ Logistics. We do road freight, mostly from our neighboring countries. We do air freight, from all over the world. And we even do ocean freight, for those not so easy cargoes. Most of all, we guarantee to always deliver on time. FJ Logistics. Give us a call today.
Ons is terug, ons pas almal in.
And we are.
Ek skuil so hier onder die sambreel. Maar miskien moet ons nou die manne vra om die sambreel bietjie oor te skuif na ons toe. Maar Nick, in die eerste plek baie dankie dat ons by jou kan kuier.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Welcome to Stellenbosch. Hello everyone out there.
Ja, daar's hy.
Thank you for inviting us to be in this beautiful setting here.
Ja,
I mean, this is just fantastic.
Pragtig. Nick, ja, dit is regtig mooi. Ons het nou rondgestap saam met jou. Daar's seker pragtige plekke by Stellenbosch. Ek dink mense weet nie altyd van alles nie. Vertel gou so 'n bietjie wat is alles hier om ons?
So we've got lots of little nooks and crannies around the Stellenbosch complex.
Yeah.
So we currently sitting in the tasting room.
Yeah. Right.
We've got a couple of private areas. We've got we call it the green room, where we've cornered off from the kitchen there.
Yeah.
Private venue, you can do sort of little conferencing there, board meetings or whatnot. We've got the bar area, where it's a bit more lively. We have our deck, which is very nice. It's out of the sun, but it's still warm enough. We've got heaters everywhere. And then we have the courtyard, which is the garden setting.
Now look at this, what we
nou, wat
are
het ons
getting
nou-
here
wat het
from
ons
the
nou
side.
hierso vandag?
If,
Weet jy?
wat is jouw naam? Violet?
Ons daai sterk manne vra om ons sambreel bietjie die kant toe te skuif. So ek stap so om en dan skuif hom net so klein bietjie want ek sien hy's besig om hier my hier van die kant af. Nick, wat jy's op die water en ons het elkeen
Got a bit of work to do.
ek nog so klein bietjie vir ons skuif. Dan sê jy nog werk om te doen. Kaufee.
Right.
Nick, baie dankie hier by die tasting room. Dit is hoe 'n mens nou verwelkom word.
Yeah.
Op 'n
This is fantastic.
Cheers.
I thought just that the setting is great, but for all of you out there, including you, Rousseau Hill, who I'm very jealous of,
Ja, wat 'n
get a
big
taste of this.
Ja, daar sê dan gaan
Cheers.
Dis wonderlik, daar sê baie dankie. Nick, voordat ons kos praat.
Ja.
Kom ons praat gou-gou oor 'n ander belangrike ding en dit is julle Oktoberfest.
Correct, yes.
Nou vertel ons gou-gou 'n bietjie daarvan en ook ek sien julle het 'n spesiale menu hierso.
Excellent, yeah. So we've got the Stellenbosch Oktoberfest tomorrow.
Ja.
Kaufee is playing live for us.
The place to be, yes.
MC and resident music maker.
Maybe
Yeah.
just before you go to the food, this is the important thing. Please book your tables. Book
Yeah.
your tables, not to be disappointed. So phone either the Stellenbosch Wine Bar or the Stellenbosch Tasting Room and book your tables because the Oktoberfest is going to be happening here.
Hier in die tuin,
In
hierdie
this
hierdie
garden
pragtige
tomorrow.
tuin hier agter. Ja, ek dink weet jy Kaufee, miskien moet ek maar boek voordat ek waai
I
vandag.
strongly suggest that.
We'll make a plan for you.
Okay, goed. Kos
So we've got some very nice
menu.
sort of traditional German style foods.
Yeah.
We've got a very good butcher in Okahanya who's made us some nice Weisswurst and Bratwurst.
Ja.
So we had some yesterday. It's
Aita.
really, really good.
Aita.
And we've got some nice traditional sort of pretzels, Spitzbrötchens and whatnot. Lovely sweet mustards and whatnot. So
Oeg, klink
we're looking
lekker.
forward to it very much.
And then that is the food. Anything else perhaps that we may need to discuss other than food on the back page of this poster?
Well, we've got obviously beer.
Ja,
You can't
natuurlijk.
have a Oktoberfest without beer.
Zonder weer.
And we've got some good beer specials,
Yeah.
Jägermeister specials, and
Right.
Unterberg specials.
Underberg specials. Well, shall we not
Yes.
perhaps maybe drink to that?
On that note.
Hey,
Ja,
on that note.
verseker Nick, jy
Underberg
ja,
for the stomach,
Nick sal
the
maak
alignment.
en Nick sal maak dat ons elke dag van hier af uitsaai met een of ander special.
Well, I think
Dis is-
Sure we can.
we'll be gaining weight. You know that.
Verseker, verseker. Ja, en ek hoop julle is lekker jaloers wie vir ons kyk en dat julle saam kom kuier.
Yes.
Kos daar gaan nie.
Prost.
Wat sê jy altyd? 'n Drankie met 'n
Met 'n
klankie.
klankie,
'n
ja.
Drankie met 'n klankie daar gaan hy.
So this is definitely, you need to drink Underberg after you have eaten to
Yeah.
make sure everything
Yeah,
settles
And
in.
sometimes before.
Sometimes before as well, to make sure that everything gets placed in the proper part of the
Ja,
stomach.
ja, ja.
you know?
Yes, that's baie
Cheers.
goed. Ons het 'n klomp mense wat hier saam met ons kuier, hier om ons kuier vandag, bekende gesigte. Mense wat kom hallo sê, want maar ek weet hoekom. Ek dink hulle is ook lus vir so 'n koue drank.
Yes.
Nee, kom ons gesels bietjie resepte. Vertel vir ons een van jou sommer net populêre goed wat jy maak, wat lekker is of wat mense hier kan kom geniet.
So one of our most popular dishes is the simple carpaccio.
Yeah.
It's Namibian beef. You know, we take good quality mustard, seasoning.
Right.
We prep up the carpaccio, slice it nice and thin, served cold, and then what we do a little bit different is because carpaccio is very malleable. You can do all kinds of things with it.
Yeah.
We do a nice tomato jam with it.
Ah,
So we actually make like a tomato jam out of
But
chopped up
when,
tomatoes.
when you guys do carpaccio, I mean, it's so thinly sliced.
Yes.
Is that done by hand or is
No,
there a
we
special
use the
tool?
machine. Yeah, we use the machine
All right.
to
Because I
sort of
was
slice it
always
nice
wondering.
and thin.
Right.
Otherwise, when dealing with the raw meat, it gets too much then.
Yes. And what is it? Beef or is it venison?
Yes, we use
okay.
Namibian beef.
Right.
So we've got our local beef, the same beef that you have on your steak. If you order a steak or a burger, we use that meat in all our dishes. So in all the meat dishes. So when we cut the meat, the bits that's left over, we use that to make mince. We use the prime cut from that to make the carpaccio.
Yeah.
Same thing with the pizzas and whatnot. If we've got ribeye strips on our steaks, on our pizza, then we put that all in the Asian noodles. Then we put those pieces into the dishes.
Kyk, jy Nick het al vir ons gesê dat hulle En hy het dit so met 'n groot glimlag gesê nou die dag. Ons sal een of ander tyd moet ons dalk gesels met hulle spesiale vleisverskaffer.
Okay.
Nou dit klink vir my soos 'n secret, maar dis een van daai geheime wat ons bietjie meer van wil weet. So sal jy reël dat ons op 'n stadium met daai spesiale
Maybe it's a trade secret
Miskien
and
is
we're not
dit
allowed to tell.
Ja, maar onthou net ons weet, ek en jy weet as jy praat van vleis van Okahanya, daar is verskaffers wat se naam besig is om baie goed in die mark te verskyn.
Yes.
So Nico sal op 'n stadium gesels. Kom terug by jou gereg. Wat bedien jy saam met dit?
So, traditionally with your carpaccio, you sort of put like sort of a pecorino or parmesan cheese with it. So
Yeah.
you've got nice, freshly grated pecorino, which you put over it. And then again from Gubabas, we've got a very good veggie supplier or herb supplier. And they supply us with beautiful flowers, herbs, vegetables, tomatoes, onions, baby marrow at the moment,
Okay.
peppers. So there's some lovely stuff coming out of Okahanya, out of Gubabas,
Yeah.
which we use nice fresh rocket as well. So you got a little bit of a crunch, a bit of a bitterness going
Yes.
with the sweetness of the chutney and then the meatiness of the carpaccio itself.
There you go. You have to come to the Stellenbosch and eat
Verseker.
your carpaccio.
Maar ek wil nog vir chef Nick nog 'n ding vra. Hoekom is dit dat rocket is so skaars op die rakke? Is daar 'n probleem? Want ek is mal oor rocket en ek dink rocket is een van daai krye wat heeltemal onderskat word in geregte.
Yep.
Maar dis moeilik
Also
om dit
not-
op die rak te
Yes.
koop.
Yep.
Is daar 'n rede daarvoor?
It's very popular.
Is dit?
So and it's also very
Okay.
fickle. So if it rains or it hails or it's too much water,
Yes.
then they just don't grow.
Yeah.
So it's very highly sought after. So a lot of the restaurants, I mean, we go through about 7 kilograms of rocket in a week.
Ja.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Ek het altyd vir myself gesê as ek die dag aftree en ek het net 'n klein stukkie vrugbare grond, sal ek met rocket begin boer. Want ek moet saamstem met chef Nick dit ek het al gesien dat rocket as hy baie water kry, raak baie stringy.
Yes.
Jy weet dit lyk soos lote wat uitgroei, maar die blaartjies vorm nie mooi nie.
I can also imagine that if you harvest rocket, you need to get it to the restaurant as quick as possible,
yeah.
and you then need to get it into the plate as quick as possible, so that
Yeah.
you can have the quality
Yeah.
of that. So yeah, it's a tricky farming thing, hey?
Ja, ons terug by julle gunsteling maaltyd. Julle het nou daai lekker kos gemaak. Hoe bedien julle die kos? Waarmee? As ek nou sê chef Nick, wat stel jy voor? Wat moet ek drink saam met hierdie spesifieke maaltyd? Wat sou jy voorstel?
So with the carpaccio, obviously being beef, you could have nice red wine or beer.
Dis waar. Ek hoor nou chef Terry. Ek hoop hy kyk.
Yes, he's on, by the way. He
Chef
says
Terry-
cheers.
Chef Terry, cheers, daar
Ja.
gaan hy. Weet jy, ons het eendag vir hom
We're
die
surrounded by chefs.
Ons
It's
het
great.
Ja, ons het eendag vir hom die vraag gevra oor ek dink ons het gepraat oor potjiekos, ons het gepraat oor wat was dit? Ek dink kookvleis of so iets. En toe sê ek vir hom nou, wat sou jy saam drink? Toe sê hy bier. Beer, good cold beer. So lyk my die beer is maar all-rounder.
That's it.
Goed.
So, Rousseau Hill, who's the
Respect.
other chef who's currently up on the high seas, he says, "Hello, bro, Nick. Love the spot. Fantastic place." So you're getting the
Great to hear from
compliment.
you, Rousseau.
Yeah. Listen, you chefs, are you teaming up on us here?
Klop
Hey?
chefs wat we nou.
We making plans.
Is dit in julle
Can I perhaps maybe just go through some of the
Ja,
comments quickly?
natuurlijk. Ons moet alles
So,
sê vir almal. Van bo af.
We need to start right at the top here. Soden says that he's on his way, but he'll catch up the show a little bit later. Ansie Burger says, "Sê môre, heerlike
Walvis
dag
Bay.
hier so by ons. Walvis Bay het dan heerlike weer."
Ansie is ons sy is die weervoorspeller van die kus. Ons
Yes.
weerkundige.
Yes.
Ja.
Yes.
Goed. Môre Ansie.
Then Rousseau just says also was on his way to St. Helena.
Yeah.
He says St. Helena is about 2,500 kilometers away from Walvis Bay.
Ja, dis waar.
And they are currently on a testing vessel. Hulle doen omgewingstoetse. Hy sê hy sal foto's stuur so die volgende paar dae, so 'n bietjie rof op die oomblik op see, en hy sê hy sal vir ons dan die foto's aanstuur.
Goed.
né?
Sal great wees.
Right, then Perry Soden sê ek is die eienaar van 'n ferry circle. I didn't know that you can buy ferry circles.
Ek weet nie.
Ja.
Ek wonder wat het hy vanoggend Sy het dan nie meer gebors.
Hy het hom gekoop en die geld is gebruik vir bewaring by Namibgrens in die suide.
Okay.
So you can go and buy your own.
Okay, dis interessant.
That is cool.
Miskien moet meneer Souden, miskien moet jy vir ons meer inligting stuur as jy 'n ferry sirkel wil koop.
Yes.
En dis baie briljant, want
Absolutely.
dan gaan die geld vanaf ons.
And you can place that ferry circle on a GPS coordinate and it's yours forever. You can even go and have a beer or have a braai in a ferry circle.
Ons kry die
You should
inligting
be
en ons
doing
deel
that.
dit met ons
We'll take Nick along.
Ja.
Yeah, we're going to go braai. Okay, and then Sonja Brettschneider's op, Thea Schutters
Is
op.
Sonja gesond? Sy was nie wel geweest.
Ja, Sonja, let us know whether you are
Of sy weer
in
gesond
top
is.
form.
Ja.
Dan Thea sê, Nick, bring 'n bietjie van daardie onderberg saam vir ons. Ek dink ons gaan dit nodig hê by die kamp die naweek. Jy moet nou vinnig jou safari pakkie gaan aantrek. Sy sien jou nou nou.
Ready to go.
Ready to go, né?
We'll see you later for
Ja, vir julle kykers, Nick het gesê hy gaan spesiaal inkom vanoggend om saam met ons te kom gesels.
Nick,
Yes.
you
So ek's
now
baie-
asks if you the fairy.
Oh
No,
no. Anything but.
Goed. Baie dankie vir julle wat kyk en ek hoop julle stuur julle gedagtes. Wat gaan julle die naweek met julleself maak? Kos kom terug by kos maak.
Yes.
Deel nog interessante kos met ons.
So
Nog van jou goed wat lekker is vir jou.
Another lovely dish we've done from the beginning since 2015. We've done a nice traditional tiramisu.
Ja.
So again, it's all Italian feel of the complex. We do good quality tiramisu.
Ja.
Zeli Kotza, I know you watching. Tiramisu, we've got to come to the Stellenbosch and eat Chef Nick's tiramisu. Because I tell you something, when it comes to tiramisu, you get bad tiramisu and then you get brilliant tiramisu.
Nou
You don't get average tiramisu.
Nou gaan Nick vir ons deel hoe maak jy dit, hoe berei jy dit voor en wat bedien jy saam met dit?
So we take a nice espresso,
Ja?
espresso coffee. We get sort of like a finger biscuit, like
Yeah.
I don't know, for the little kids, the boudoir biscuits.
Ja.
For the youngsters.
Ja.
And that you just lightly, the trick is lightly soaking.
Yeah.
So you don't drop it in there and leave it for 2 minutes. You sort of just dip it, roll it, dip it, and then before all that, you need to prepare your cream.
Yeah.
So your mascarpone, whipped cream, some eggs, some sugar, some vanilla in there. And basically you make your layers. And patience, that's the virtue.
Ja, natuurlijk.
You can't make it and eat straight away, or you could, but it's much more enjoyable late in the afternoon.
And there's a truly, Dirk, I can only recommend that you come and eat this.
Ek
Because
gaan verseker probeer.
I've tried doing it once myself. I swore to myself, never again will
Yeah.
I attempt trying to make tiramisu.
Tiramisu.
If you don't do it the right way.
Ja.
Not,
Wat bedien jy
Not
saam met
gonna
daai tiramisu?
So, with it being a dessert, you can have sort of one of our sort of dessert wines.
Yes,
So you can either have some Donkeys Hooieveen,
Yeah.
which is like a sort of a very sweet, comes in a double shot, very sweet little wine.
Ja.
okay?
Perfect for after the meal. Otherwise, you can have a bit of amaretto or
Ek verstaan wat jy sê.
maybe some Kahlua,
Yeah.
something like that with it, and it's basically a nagerechtje just to end the night off nicely.
Ietsie om mee af te sluit vir die
That's
aand.
it,
Ja. Dit is wonderlik. Enige ander spesialiteite wat mense hier kan kom geniet? Jy weet,
For
is
other
vir die
very
algemeen
popular-
goed wat wat
very
populêr
popular
is.
dishes we could do is our pork rib. Also very popular.
Ja.
A lot of preparation goes into that. You know, we get the pork rib out of Okahanya, like I said.
Yes.
And it takes 4 hours
Okay.
at a low temperature.
Yes.
You know, sort of season it nicely, add your spices, and then sort of slowly cook it. So you get that rib's nice and soft, so that when you can pull the bone out clean,
Ja.
you know it's ready.
Ja. Weet jy, maar ek wil nou gou 'n porkrib vir jou ding vra. Dink jy porkrib moet soort van gemarineer word voor jy dit op die vuur sit of tydens die kookproses op die vuur?
I'd say,
As 'n
I'd say
chef.
beforehand, it's always
Is
good.
it?
You know, let's let the flavors go inside.
Yeah.
At the moment, we've got a big pork problem though in the country.
Ek het gesien jy kry nie meer op die rakke nie.
Ja.
Ek het gister gaan soek juis na varkribbetjies.
Ja.
En toe dink ek dalk net wat noem jy die goed of net chops en ek kon by die superspar
Yeah.
kon ek nie by die kleintjie hier in klein want toe kon ek glad nie, geen varkprodukte op die
Yeah, they've
rak
closed the
gehad nie.
borders to the pork products now. So
Dis
prices
interessant.
have gone up and scarcity's there.
And-
So
and-
we've still got some pork ribs. but,
Are we getting the pork from single suppliers, or are they?
I think it's out of SA in general.
Okay.
Sort of the entry point has been kind of closed
Yes,
down.
yes. So I can imagine, like for restaurants like the Stellenbosch, you know, or even in this time of October, where we are traditionally eating a little bit more, make it on the German side, you know, something
Yeah,
like a
yeah.
ice pine or a pork knuckle. That the supply of that at the moment might not be there. So if you can get yourself into either a pork roast or something like that.
Nie kan ons gou 'n bietjie gesels. Ek wil net so een stapie aangaan na wildsvleis. Venison.
Yes.
Kyk, Namibië is bekend vir sy wildsvleis. Vir julle Suid-Afrikaners wat kyk, ons is eintlik gespoil.
Yes.
Ons het pragtige wildsvleis hier. Alhoewel die afgelope 2 jaar en veral na die droogte het wildsvleis skaarser geraak en duurder geraak. Wat se spesialiteit het julle hier by Stellenbosch by enige van die restaurante wat wildsvleis aanbetref?
So we do, for our main course, we do a nice sort of venison main course.
Ja.
We don't sort of say it's Springbok or Eland, whatever, but normally we get sort of, the Eland and the Oryxes.
Ja.
Yes.
And that we serve, we keep it very simple here. We don't try and make things too overcomplicated, good flavors, good food.
Ja.
Yes.
Ja,
So we do nice sort of baked beans, green beans with bacon. And then sort of a lemon flavored tagliatelle, which is very nice.
Oh ja.
There's a bit of a creaminess of the tagliatelle.
Oh ja. Ja.
On the starter side, we also do sort of game loin with nice grilled apple. And then we make a Jägermeister reduction.
A Jägermeister reduction.
Indeed.
Dis nie vir my.
Okay, now this you
Okay, nou
need to
jy
ex-
vertel.
Can we
Jy
make a Underberg reduction too?
definitely.
Okay, we need to try.
Underberg.
But
It's quite amazing how the Jägermeister actually, that harshness of the alcohol
Yeah.
Yes.
burns off.
Yes.
And you're left with that herbs flavor. And it comes through it's such a nice mixture with the game and with the apple and the grill marks and the grilling of the apple also changes again the flavor of the apple.
Ja.
So it makes it a bit sweeter, a little bit of crunch, a little bit of the sourness of the apple. So they all kind of blend in together.
that's fantastic.
Dis wonderlik. Dis absoluut
Oh.
wonderlik. Nick, ek moet jou op die spot sit. Ek weet jy brand om klaar te maak want jy moet gaan pak vir 'n groot naweek. Maar ek moet jou op die spot sit en vir jou sê, my mond water eintlik as ek die vraag vir jou vra. Wat gaan jy die naweek? Wat gaan jy maak vir kos? Wat gaan soort van die lekker Nick Diener kosie wees vir die naweek?
Well, we're very fortunate. Doc Andrew de Villiers has organized some nice scar barbecues off his farm.
Oh,
So we're gonna be brying that.
Well
And,
done, Doc.
I know Hansi, Tia's husband, will be bringing some puff udders with.
Okay.
So I'm sure David's gonna be a bit nervous having that.
David,
Yeah,
David, jy moet maar net sterk staan my broer. Jy weet, ja.
just like the oysters in soccer. Don't worry.
Daar kom.
Great fun.
Hier's 'n geheim wat in die gang is.
Definitely.
Do you need to be back at work on Monday?
Unfortunately, yes.
Is it?
Actually, fortunately, yes. It's a new week and new challenges. So,
Okay.
Ja,
Looking forward to it.
is hulle kan lekker kuier. Maar weet jy, gepraat van lekker kuier, Kaufeee, ons het dan ook 'n ander lekker plek. Ek gaan hom net gou opsit terwyl ons nog 'n slukkie hierso vat.
That's it.
Vintage Bar and Grill. The place that can properly fill your tummy. We have pub lunch specials every single Friday from 12 onwards. We have offal, battered game steak, liver mash and gravy, rump steak and draft, spare ribs and draft, mutton curry, meatballs mash and gravy, and many more. So come and join us for an awesome lunch experience. Vintage Bar and Grill. Always a good time.
Ons is terug saam met chef
We
Nick.
back. Yes.
Nick, baie dankie. Ons het regtig vir ons kuier sommer baie lekker bede die naweek. Ek wil vra
Just want to
ja,
say
ja,
something
yes,
here
kom-
quickly.
kom
Just
kyk
let's
gou
recognize a
boodskap
couple
hierso.
of our viewers out there, like
Yeah.
Terry Jenkinson, Chef
Wat
Terry.
sê chef Terry?
He says there's a lot of recipes you can use Jägermeister in.
Maar Chef Terry. Chef Terry, maar dan moet ons daaroor gesels.
Ja.
Ek dink ons moet met Nick se toestemming moet ons weer vir 'n soort van kom ons noem dit 'n bravo uitsending met Chef Nick en Chef Terry.
Yes.
Twee masterminds, twee top chefs wat lekker gaan gesels oor goed wat ons dalk nie altyd van weet nie.
Ja.
Soos byvoorbeeld Jägermeister. Ek het nie gedink jy kan Jägermeister in enigiets gebruik nie. Dit het net nie my sin gemaak nie.
So as I described earlier,
You guys can come
maar dat is
around.
nie so.
Please come around.
got the dish we spoke about.
Ja,
How cool is this? But we yes, that's fine like that, but we need to show this dish.
Ja, draai hom
Wow.
so daar na die kamera
So
toe.
there we go. That is
Nick,
what
jy kan
the
nou
carpaccio
beskryf wat
looks
alles daarin is.
So as described earlier, we have our Namibian beef,
Ja.
Thank you.
which we've now nicely we flavored with mustard inside,
Ja.
and then obviously there's a trick with that, but
Dis jou geheim.
that's it.
Ja.
So once it's prepared, sliced up nice and thin. Then we have our freshly grated pecorino, which I spoke about. So that gives you that nice creaminess going with the mustard and with the beef. And then the infamous rocket and the tomato jam, which is over there, which is slightly sweet, a little bit sort of a bit of a vinegary
Is it-
taste to it to give it the jamness.
Ek het gewonder of sit jy 'n klein chili daarbey of nie
You know
nie
what,
reg.
but a chili wouldn't be bad. You know, you could.
So hint,
It's
net
not
so.
for everyone. So
Are
we
those
could,
pepper dews that you've got underneath?
No, that's
there?
the tomato.
Oh,
That's the
that's the
tomato.
tomato.
The cocktail tomatoes. with the
Cocktail
jam on it.
tomaatjies, ja. Ja.
Okay.
So a little chili would go well with this. And again,
Yeah.
it would cut through that nice the fattiness and whatnot, and the mustard and with the creaminess of the cheese. But it's not for everyone.
Yes.
So we also
Verseker,
make sure that
verseker.
everyone can have it. That if you do want a bit of chili, can be organized. It's not a
Ek het
problem.
net gewonder Chef Nick, hoekom ek praat van die kyk hierdie pragtige gereg wat ons hier so het. Danksy Nick Diener se input. Ek het al gehoor, nog nie regtig dit probeer nie, dat ons praat van rocket. Dat rocket mozzarella en 'n bietjie chili gaan blykbaar rocket en chili gaan baie goed saam. Ek verstaan daar is so 'n slaai dat wat jy 'n rocket en 'n chili slaai maak met olyfolie en mozzarella.
Yeah, so we've got something similar to that, sort of like a caprese salad, which is also on our menu.
Yeah.
We take buffalo mozzarella, nice ripe tomatoes.
Yeah.
Right.
Slice that thin, and obviously with tomato and mozzarella goes very nice with basil.
Yeah.
So we do a bit of a basil. We actually do a basil mousse. We take basil pesto, we turn it to a mousse.
What? Jy sien
So
weer
it's a nice lightness, so you got that creaminess and the lightness going with the tomato.
Ja.
And again, rocket, black pepper, and then nice quality olive oil.
Jy sien dis nog 'n ding.
Fascinating.
Mense onderskat olyfolie. Mense onderskat coconut oil. Of coconut butter.
It's a healthy alternative, yes.
Dis wie weet dis daai tipe van goed wat ons nog so baie oor moet gesels. Jy weet en dan pestos. Ek dink mense stap by die rak verby. Jy sien op die kookprogramme sien jy mense gebruik pesto. Maar dan loop jy by 'n rak vir dan sien jy die pestos en dan dink jy nou waarvoor gaan ek dit gebruik want jy weet nie hoe om dit te
Yeah, but
gebruik nie.
that's what these guys know.
Yeah.
That's,
Yeah.
you know, that's actually.
Nick, ek wonder
frightening.
mag ons hierdie proe?
Definitely.
But before we prove,
Kom ons
let me
kyk
just have a look here.
Wie praat saam?
Josie Becker, everybody knows Josie.
Josie
If you're in
Becker is also-
Namibia, everybody knows Josie. He was in Swakopmund at the
Yeah.
coast. He says, "Good morning, gents. When I see and hear you guys talk about food, let me tell you how much I miss the restaurant times. Enjoy your morning session as you are at a lovely spot. Had awesome times there." Yes,
Baie dankie,
thank
Josie.
you,
Josie,
Josie.
baie dankie.
Cheers, and thanks for that nice compliment.
Ja, baie dankie Josie.
Terry Jenkinson says he's in. Janine van der Merwe says it's the best dish ever. She's referring to the carpaccio.
Thank you very much.
Daar's hy.
Great to hear.
Daar's hy, baie dankie.
So
Goed,
there
nice
we have
komplimente
it.
vir jou,
Yes.
Chef Nick. Ja.
Nice to have you with us on the show, by the way.
Ja,
all of you
ja.
out
Baie
there.
dankie. Kaffie, nou doen jy die eerste happie.
Shall I do the
Jy
honors?
doen die eerste happie. Ja, dan sal
Well,
ek die
there we
dan
go.
Jy doen die eerste happie, dan vat ek die bord en dan loop ek.
Right.
Dan gaan sit ek daar en dan kan julle verder gesels. Ek gaan daar by ons
Okay.
audience sit.
For all of you out there, look and learn, and you know, just
Eintlik moet Chef Nick dit vir ons skep.
how do I smear things?
Just jump in there.
Just do it the way I
Get in
think
there
it
and
should
enjoy.
be. There we
Ja,
go.
ja.
And it's actually so
Dis wonderlik.
delicate.
Ja, ek stem.
And actually, I do want some of that tomato.
Jy moet dit absoluut saam. Ek sien hoe pragtig is dit.
How is this now? Okay, so here
Daar
goes.
gaan ons.
Liewe ouers.
Hoor hoe baie praat ons nou? Hoor hoe baie gesels ek en Kaufeee nou, want ek wil nou
Ja.
rocket moet ek in my mond
Get some
kry.
standing
you are-
presenters
you
as well, just to cover you when
this
you
is
guys are busy.
Amazing. You should. Okay. And everything here makes the difference in taste.
Dit is heerlik.
I know this is television. You can't taste this, but
Maar julle kan julle verbeelding gebruik.
you
They
need to
can
come
always
to
they
this.
can always come visit us.
Come to the Stellenbosch here in Windhoek in this beautiful setting. You can meet Chef Nick Diener in person, and then you come and try this. Absolutely brilliant.
Ons het ook nou nie mooi
Wow.
gedink nie, maar dis baie maklik. Dankie Chef Nick. Dis baie eenvoudig. As julle weet wat ons nou beleef, is baie maklik om kuier net. En maak seker julle boek julle plekke vir môre vir die Oktoberfees, is baie lekker. Chef Nick,
Amazing.
Ag, dis heerlik. Maar ek wil nog as ek nou so ietsie bestel neem, gee gou vir my net raad. En ek wil nou ietsie 'n tafelwyntjie of so bestel. Ek het nou 'n paar vriende saam en ons eet dit. Wat se wyntjies sal lekker daarmee saamgaan?
So we've got obviously all our wines are out of Stellenbosch.
Yeah.
With the Stellenbosch collections.
I see.
So they are really they're sort of very hand-picked and chosen very well by the powers that be. And you know, a nice Merlot would be great.
Yes.
Something a little bit soft, because obviously you don't want to overpower it. The Shiraz might be a bit too sharp.
Yeah,
verstaan.
but to
No, Reston or Garden Peak Merlot might be the way forward.
So the other day we were talking about wine tasting, obviously here at the Stellenbosch, but we are desperately in need of the correct wine expert. So it's purely because Dirk and I feel that the two of us, we are not worthy talking about something
Ja.
that we don't know so much about.
Vir my is die lekkerste
that's-
wyn is 'n
would
blou
you
bier.
see, the worst thing you can do is talk about something that you've got no
Don't
clue
know
about.
anything
no?
about it.
So we'll find one. We'll go on a search if we can
Well,
find
we've
the
got the
correct.
Stellenbosch wine show coming up. If you know about that one, you know it's 23 winemakers out of South Africa.
Right.
The actual
What?
winemakers, all the owners of the farms, are coming up to do a event inside Stellenbosch.
Is dit so?
Yes.
Kan ons asseblief
I
hierdie
mean-
hoekie boek vir daai dag? En ons
It should be a good one.
en
That'll
dan die
be-
ander ding is
when
ons
is
met
this
hulle
gonna be, by the
gesels.
way? Do we-
November 10th.
That's now.
That's in two and a half weeks.
Wel, ek dink
Why do I only
event
hear
is,
about this now?
Yeah, it's been about 2 years since we had the event, but we can finally do it again.
kan julle glo, kan jy glo? Kan jy glo wie sit hier neffens my?
Just don't tell his
Hansie.
wife.
Hoe mag ek nie sê hallo Hansie nie? Môre.
Hallo, Hansie.
Baie dankie jy saam kom kuier het. Baie dis baie lekker. Dis nou 'n verrassing. Kom haal jy hom of kom sê jy kom baie vir hom? Kom haal hy sê. Dis baie lekker as
Why
ons
so
kykers ons kykers saam met ons kuier en selfs ons kom kuier terwyl ons hier. Ek weet hoekom hulle hier
He's
is.
not
want
going to
hulle-
forgive you for that.
Ja, ek hou enetjie saam met
Yeah, I
ons vat.
think definitely, yeah.
Ja, kom ons sluit af met nog dalk een resepie wat jy wil deel. Sommige kos maak dit eenvoudig nou. Ietsie gou-gou vir die naweek. As jy by die huis jou familie wil onthaal. Sommige iets net lekker eenvoudig. Wat sê jy sê?
So we spoke about pestos.
Ja.
You can either go the route of buying pestos, or you can make your own. You know, some pine nuts, olive oil, some parmesan or pecorino, and then you can really do what you want. You can do a rocket pesto, Sandra tomato pesto, basil pesto,
Ja.
coriander pesto, whatever you would like. Get some pasta. If you make it yourself or you buy at the shops, whatever it might be.
Yes.
And obviously, once you've got your pasta cooked al dente, just you can add a bit of chicken to that, or beef if you've got some whatever lying around, and then just toss through that pesto. The nuttiness and the oil will go so nicely with it. A good one would be sort of a chicken pesto, chicken pasta,
Ja.
with maybe a Sandra tomato pesto or basil pesto. Put some lovely rocket on there if you can find, and then some nice cheese, some
Chef Nick, skus man dat ek jou in die rede val, maar ek wil net vir jou vra as jy 'n pesto gebruik saam met 'n pasta en jy het nou byvoorbeeld hoender ingesny. Moet 'n mens wegbly van sulke goed soos 'n creamy sauce daarmee saam. Want die pesto op sy eie is genoeg.
So Pepe might find this interesting.
Okay, Pepe.
But
Hoop jy kyk vandag.
yeah, I hope he's got the pasta ready for the weekend. You can go either way. You can sort of do just like the pesto tossed pasta.
Ja.
Or if you want to, you can do a creamy pesto. So you can actually choose.
So jy kan dit gebruik.
If you want a sort of a very saucy, like my wife likes a very saucy pastas
Ja.
and dishes, then you can actually put sort of cream into your pasta.
Ja.
And then your pesto sort of will stretch it out a bit more as well.
Dis wonderlik. Nee, ek het gewonder of 'n mens die sous kan gebruik. Jy weet ek is altyd lief vir 'n creamy sous.
Ja.
Saam met pasta. Dis net vir my een van die lekkerste goed wat daar is. Maar ek het gedink dalk is die pesto en 'n creamy sauce gaan dalk te mekaar
You can
beklei.
do creamy sauce, you take a nice arrabbiata sauce,
Yeah.
tomato based, like a very tomato one.
Yeah.
And then again, you can put through a nice basil pesto through that.
Yeah.
It all works together. It's really, you can try whatever you like.
Dis wonderlik om dit te weet. Ons gaan gou Kaufeee lyk ons boodskap hier.
Comments are coming through. We've got somebody from Otavi.
Ja.
And his name is Mark Barnard because he's currently in Otavi. He's watching the show. He's on his way, but he's coming back this afternoon again.
Sê hallo vir Mark.
And hello, Mark. And we've got an insert
Ons
insert
gaan dit
from
net,
Mark just now.
Net voordat ons Kobai sê,
Yes.
hy het die moeite gedoen, Mark, baie dankie. En ons span agter die skerms het 'n klein videoklip gemaak wat die cricket aanbetref.
Ja.
So ons gaan as ons afsluit gaan ons dit gebruik.
Ja.
En enige ander
Dus MC Iman say hallo, môre. Hallo MC, nice to have you with us. Lekker om jou ook op die show te hê. And yeah, that's currently what we have. We are at the Stellenbosch here
Tasting
in Windhoek. There are a couple of venues, obviously the wine, the Stellenbosch wine room, the tasting room. Something else that I look forward to is in the future when we are going to be here is to be at the Stellenbosch market.
O, ja.
That is
Toch,
next
dit is-
level other stuff.
Ja.
So we're looking forward to that, especially when it comes to cheeses.
Ja. Wyn,
Ja.
wyn, olywe. Ons sê gou dankie en onthou net altyd julle kan saamgesels op InfoStream Namibia. Ons sê baie dankie vir die mense wat ons ondersteun. Waarta veral wat seker maak dat ons krag op die kameras en op ons mondstukke die hele tyd mikrofone altyd aan die gang is. Baie dankie vir julle.
Who's the baby?
Dan sê ons is terug.
And we'd just like also say hello to Francois Erasmus, who's currently overseas with the cricket team.
Is
Yes,
dit?
we've
Yeah,
done, you know.
and I sent him actually a WhatsApp yesterday, just telling him how proud we are, and he said, yeah, Hannes, I'm a bit busy at the moment, but thank you so much. So Francois,
Ja,
dankie
ek
daar buite vir alles wat julle doen en vir al die organiseerders
Ja.
van Namibia Cricket. Dit is phenomenal what is taking place in terms of Namibia Cricket.
Ja, dit is wonderlik. Ek wil ook dankie sê Chef Nick vir jou in die bestuur. En dan vir almal wat vandag saamkuier. Ons het 'n klomp, ek sien die julle plekkies raak vinnig vol. Jo, wat het ons?
Vincent van Rooyen
Wat sê Vincent
Hy sê, julle maak dit baie moeilik om my droë broodjie en knickknacks te eet op die oomblik.
Ja, Vincent, jy moet leer om te kom saamkuier.
Cheers, Vincent.
Ons,
Pause.
en vir almal van julle wat saamkyk.
Choose your profession wisely.
Ja, jy hoef nie wel as jy moet verlof insit vir 'n Vrydagoggend.
Ja.
Dan bel ons voor die tyd, dan vertel hulle vir ons, sê ons vir jou waar ons kuier, nou sit jy verlof en dan kom kuier jy saam met ons.
Ja.
Dis so. So ouens, ja nee, baie dankie. Ek dink dis altyd lekker as julle saam kuier. So nogmaals Nick, baie dankie. Ons
Thank you, Nick, and
gaan
look
jou
what
nie-
we
It's
got
great
from
having you
Nick.
guys here with us.
Ja,
Ja.
en
And we got another one.
vir julle manne wat
After this
in die
wonderful
naweek
dish.
bietjie wegbreek, geniet dit en vat jou beste resepte saam
Ja.
of los die ander man om kos te maak.
Hey, relax.
If you see, we'll step in, but I'm sure the brothers will have it covered.
Okay, dan gaan ek goed. baie dankie
En ons was mos nog bezig.
Ja,
You got another one.
ek het nou agter geraak op die stadium. Ja.
You've noticed that if both of us drink this, then nothing happens on the screen. So one needs to keep on talking, and the other one.
Ja, nee. Nee, verseker. Nee, dit is maar net hoe dit is en baie dankie vir julle wat saamgesels het vandag. Ons gaan op 'n stadium gaan ons gou kyk na wat die weer vir ons inhou. Maar die van julle wat vanoggend besluit het om saam te praat. En wie wat is my absoluut fascinerend vandag.
Right.
Is die ouens met wie ons het met hulle gesels, ons het oor hulle gesels. En gesê kom kuier julle saam met ons. Hier sit hulle. Hier sit die manne. En dit is so lekker dat die ouens kom saamgesels. Dit maak nou absoluut hierdie Vrydagoggend.
Yes, this is just what does it for us, and
dat julle kan saamgesels.
Ja,
hulle is hier. Ek bedoel die ouens hier sit die manne en hulle maak planne vir die Vrydag. Vroeg Vrydagoggend.
And the Oktoberfest tomorrow
at
the Stellenbosch, right here where we are in the back here with us in this beautiful setting. Please book your tables. Please don't be disappointed. Phone now and get your places booked.
Nee, verseker, onthou daar is in hierdie daar is alhoewel daar baie sitplek is. Ek kyk so rond. Dis eintlik baie pragtig, want as hulle hierdie tafels gebruik en die musiek wat gemaak word, dan behoort dit eintlik 'n baie mooi oggend te wees. Julle begin al so teen 11:00 musiek maak.
Well, yeah, it's going to start around about 11. I think it might even be a little bit earlier than 11.
Dis wonderlik.
Yeah, because Saturdays are always so much fun, to have a beer at around about 11ish, to have that whole fruit shop and Oktoberfest kind of feel. So that is going to be so much fun.
En daar's 'n klomp aktiwiteite wat gebeur nie net in Windhoek nie, by verskeie restaurante, by verskeie plekke en dan ook in Namibië. En dan vir julle wat nie in Namibië is nie, volgende week Woensdag saai ons uit van SKW af. Dit is die voorloper tot die groot Oktoberfest.
The Windhoek Oktoberfest, which is the big event. It is basically it's an annual big thing.
Ja, en dis terug na 2 jaar.
Yes,
Dis
yes.
terug.
So once again, thank you to Namibia Breweries for making that fest possible.
Yeah.
Remember the COVID times, how we actually missed out on the Oktoberfest.
Kaufeee, die groot Oktoberfest, ek bedoel dit is deel van die Duitse tradisie, met deel geword van Namibië. Wat kan die mense alles verwag by daai groot fees? Want daar's baie mense wat kyk, daar's baie van julle wat nog nooit by so 'n groot Oktoberfest was nie.
Yes.
Ek weet mense sê altyd dit gebeur net in Duitsland en Namibië. Gebeur dit in hierdie jaar op 'n groot skaal. Wat gebeur alles daar?
Well, when we have next Wednesday, when we have our show, we'll be talking to the experts in terms of the Oktoberfest. But one of the main organizers and also one of my friends, Norbert Wurm from Althaven List, who's very involved in terms of organizing, planning. Look, it's a big team. Even Christian Müller, who's the official beer brewer for Namibia Breweries, they will be talking. But I think what we can look forward to is, in terms of the Oktoberfest in Windhoek next weekend, a truly authentic Oktoberfest experience.
Ja, maar
and that is what Norbert Wurm. Yeah, well, we've got the big band coming out of Germany, the Kirchdorfer.
Yeah.
Then we've also got the Schuhplattler, who's the dancers.
The dancers, yeah.
There is the Jägermeister band also, and then obviously all the games and whatnot. And the main obviously event at the Oktoberfest is the ladies' beer lifting.
Daai is vir my ongelooflik.
That is the big thing. But obviously jy kan ook 'n bietjie spyker.
Ja.
If you know what I mean.
Jy kan. Dis 'n kompetisie by the way.
En jy kan ook 'n bietjie saag.
Ja,
nee? Jy kan selfs met jou eie vrou saag. En spyker.
Ja, jy kan as inskryf as 'n paar.
Ja.
Dan spyker en saag julle saam. Heeltemal reg. En dis waar. So hierdie jaar die grootste Oktoberfees. Na afwesigheid van 2 jaar, 3 jaar laas. en terug in al sy glorie met orkeste, met alles wat tradisioneel is. So vir julle wat nog nie Namibië besoek het nie in daardie tyd, julle moet definitief hier wees. Dit absoluut, julle moet seker hierso wees. Weet jy, Kaufee, ons gaan gou nog vinnig kyk na een advertentietjie voor ons almal bedank. En dan gaan ons nog die sportbylag kyk.
Yeah, and after that we just do the weather. Thank you to all our sponsors, all our supporters, all our viewers, and obviously all our advertisers.
En julle kan deel wees daarvan, dit is so eenvoudig. Kom ons kyk gou na die ene, nuwe enetjie.
The best things in life start with B, like biltong from Uncle Vic's Biltong. Try Uncle Vic's Beef Biltong, Uncle Vic's Game Biltong, and Uncle Vic's Superior Biltong. Uncle Vic's, the best biltong you've ever tasted.
Ons is klaar.
No,
Dis klaar. Kort advertentietjie.
kort
Advertentietjie daar, ons het 'n klein biltong advertentietjie, maar dit maak nie saak nie, weet jy Kaufee, dis nie altyd die lang advertensies wat die aandag trek nie, dis partykeer daai kort advertensies.
Ja.
En daai biltong een maak
Uncle Vic's Biltong.
Uncle Vic's biltong.
We'll have him on the show one day.
Definitief, en ek wil nog met die chefs praat oor lekker biltong geregte, want dis nog iets wat mense nie besef nie. Ek het eendag by 'n vriend van my het ek 'n biltong potjie gaan eet.
Ja.
Dit was
Ek het dit ook al gemaakt.
Is dit?
It's not what you think in terms of just chucking biltong into a potjie.
Yeah.
You use different kinds of meats
Yeah.
and all that, but then you use biltong as a flavor, taste, thing, and delicious.
Blykbaar moet jy die biltong lank en stadig laat kook.
Ja.
Want biltong is mos nou gedroog.
Needs to rehydrate.
Ek verstaan en dan moet jy dit nou lank. Maar kom ons hou daai gesprek vir 'n keer. Ek dink dit gaan lekker wees om daaroor te gesels. Sien uit daarna. Stuur vir ons julle resepte. Hoe lyk ons? Daar's 'n paar terwyl Hansie Skutte hier sit saam met Nick Diener en 'n paar van die ander
Jy weet
vriende.
dat Tia nou so
Ek wil
pas
nou-
gekommentaar
Ek wil
het. Sy
nou
hoor alles wat jy sê.
Ekskuus, ek is baie jammer.
Sy sê lekker naweek julle twee, great show. Dankie Tia. That's
Dankie.
very nice of you.
Baie dankie vir almal van julle ook. So dankie vir die span hierso. Ons het 'n wonderlike span hier by Tasting Room, Stellenbosch Tasting Room. Lenet Doedens. Sy vat dinge hier raak. Hulle het vanoggend ons onthaal met 'n lekker koffie. Al die tafels vir ons reg gekry. Seker gemaak dat ons 'n koue biertjie het. So baie dankie aan Lenet. Baie dankie aan Chef Nick. Baie dankie. Daar gaan dit op sy en haar span. Daar staan die manne daar agter. Baie dankie vir almal vir julle cheers. Dit was 'n wonderlike ervaring. Absoluut wonderlik.
But we need to just close off in terms of
Ons wil gou daai sportbylaag speel.
Ja.
Ons manne agter die skerms het vir ons 'n mooi dingetjie saamgesit. So ek wil Mark Barnard baie dankie. En ons sien jou maandag as dit goed gaan hy maandag by ons wees.
That's the idea.
Want maandagooggend het ons natuurlik 'n lekker uitsending, want dan kan ons gesels cricket sake en ander goed. Nogmaals baie trots op die Eagles, nimmer weer.
Yes.
Baie goed gedoen. Net braai punt verloor, maar dit maak nie saak nie. Kom ons kyk gou hierna.
Good morning, Team InfoStream. It's Friday. I wish I was back today with some good news. Namibia playing yesterday, our final game in the T20 World Cup. Namibia losing the toss. United Arab Emirates electing to bat first, scoring 148 runs, a massive total. Namibia got off to a shaky start, 30 for 3, and we seem to struggle from there. The captain, Gerard Erasmus, going cheaply, and then a silly run out of J.J. Smith, Jan Freilink, failing for once. Then came to the crease David Visa and Ruben Trumpelman. Massive at 14 runs and over to keep Namibia's bid alive. We fell short with 2 balls to spare. Namibia losing by 7 runs. So that's it. Namibia's out of the 2022 World Cup after such a great performance against Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka, our hopes were really high. The second game we lost to Netherlands. Very unfortunate. And then losing to United Arab Emirates. Very difficult for the Namibian guys. You could see they were very sad. A lot of emails, WhatsApps, and Facebook posts in the true reflection of Namibia's manner, just saying to the guys, hey, well done. Unlucky, but you still kept the Namibian flag flying. Well done, guys. You know you'll be boarding the plane shortly, coming home, while the rest carry on in the Super 12s of the World Cup. Namibia will have a very short rest, and then we have got another series here in Windhoek, so we can get on there and really back our boykies. Well, that is it for this week's sport. There's a lot of rugby tomorrow, Formula One and MotoGP. To you guys in the studio, have a lovely weekend. And to all the viewers and listeners out there, stay fit. See you again Monday.
Baie dankie Mark Barnard, baie dankie vir
Thanks,
ons
Mark.
Ons manne agter die skerms wat sorg dat ons hierdie bydrae, dis 'n baie spesiale bydrae.
Yes.
En ons hoop om gereeld van Mark Barnard gebruik te maak. Hy het ingestem. Hy is 'n sportkenner, hy kom lekker gesels op Maandag.
Yes.
Kaufee, dit was so voorwaar 'n heerlike uitsending. Dit was
I absolutely love my job. I love what we're doing, Dirk. And then obviously also certain people in the back office. Thank you. We can't thank you enough for what you're doing, and we were just talking about it.
Maar weet jy wat is
Thank
my
you so
die
much.
wonderlikste van alles is dat soos wat ons groei met ons kliënte saam, wat dit is InfoStream is Namibies.
Ja.
Jy weet.
Kom ek gooi so iemand. Ja, ons sê hallo vir Romy. Hallo Romy, come over here.
Daar sê.
You're a bit.
Môre.
Hello.
Oh my word, hi guys.
You're on TV, my
Oh, okay, why am I on TV? What's
Because
you
we are on InfoStream, and you see, although you're going to now come over here, and there we go.
Okay.
Nie jou manne kom laat kom hulle sê kom baie
So it's not like just Facebook, like a picture.
It's Facebook TV.
Daar sê. Kom sê gou
Well, I
baie
have
sê
a quick
ons
one. I don't know, are
Thanks,
you guys
Romy.
chatting a specific topic or?
We spoke to Nick just now. We
Okay.
were talking about the Stellenbosch and what they have to offer, and he made us a wonderful carpaccio this morning, and we're drinking an ice cold beer. And yeah, we are promoting individuals and businesses in Namibia.
Nick,
That's what we do.
groetnis.
And
Ons gaan
supporting our locals.
natuurlik.
Yeah. Oh, I love the beer. The carpaccio is excellent. Yeah.
Daar sê baie dankie. Baie dankie Nick, Chef Nick, baie dankie. Lekker naweek vir julle.
Thank you very much, guys.
Thank
Vir almal vir
you.
julle by die
See
huis.
you soon.
Goed daar sê. Kom ons sê gou totsiens met miskien van die laaste.
Let's have a look at the weather. Okay, so there's currently no warning from the Met Office, but the weather for tomorrow, the 22nd of October, they're saying partly cloudy and hot in the extreme southwest, elsewhere partly cloudy and hot to very hot, with a few isolated showers and thunder showers in certain places. So it's going to be a touch and go.
Is dit? So daar's nie noodwendig reën voorspelling nie.
Daar is, maar ons weet nog nie heeltemal waar nie.
Okay, want ek weet ek het Weatherbug, ek het 'n app op my foon Weatherbug. Jy kan dit gerus gaan kyk, maar ek het dit net vir een rede.
What's that?
Is wanneer die weer saampak en daar's baie donderstorms in die omgewing. En dan sit jy jou pin in waar jy bly.
Right.
En dan gaan jy na die kaart toe op Weatherbug. Dan die thunderstorm alert. So wat dan gebeur is jy kry hierdie kaart en dan wys dit daar waar jy bly of waar jy is. En dan wys dit sulke geel donderweer
Crises of
ja,
blitse.
sulke blitse. En dan kan jy presies sien hoe ver die naaste donderweer van jou huis af is of jou blyplek af. En jy sien ook in watter omgewing dit reën. So dis eintlik 'n baie nice app en ek moet sê van al die weer apps is Weatherbug een van die beter is wat ek nou al gebruik het. En dis so eenvoudig, jy kan laai dit af Weatherbug en dis dit.
In the meantime, at the coast, partly cloudy and cool to mild.
Yes.
I'm not too sure if you guys want the maximums for tomorrow.
Ja, ons kyk so 'n paar.
Let's just have a
Veral
quick-
Windhoek met die Oktoberfest hierso by Stellenbosch.
Yeah, Windhoek 30, then we go to the coast 19.
Okay.
No? Katima Mulilu 36, then we're going to Omusia 35, Ondangwa 36.
Yeah.
Ochivarongo 33, then we're doing Keetmanshoop 34, we've got Marintal somewhere because Marintal is my favorite place.
Marintal en
36.
Ja.
And yeah, and then Otjiwaronga, I said 33 already, Buitenbos 33, Gobabis 33. And that's it. It's beautiful spring weather with a little bit of rain in places.
Dis baie lekker. So maak seker jy boek by Stellenbosch vanmôre. Lekker feesverrigtinge hier in Windhoek. Maar as julle die ander feeste bywoon is natuurlik net so
En dan net in closing,
Ja.
Armand Steyn sê hy het ook al 'n glühweinpot ook gemaak.
Aha.
That's something else we need to speak to Armand Steyn about. Armand Steyn from Armey in Okahanja. I'm sure that when we talk next week, we'll have some plans up our sleeve.
Onthou net ter afsluiting, ons het begin met Chef Nick en ons het met Chef Terry ook daaroor gesels en 'n paar van ons ander belanghebbendes,
Ja.
soos Joep Nel en so meer. Ons gaan nog daai Mad Hatter braai dag hou.
Ja.
Wat jy enigiets kan braai en kon kos maak, maar jy mag nie tradisionele braaigeriewe of gereedskap gebruik nie.
Ja. So we'll be working on that.
Ons werk nog daaraan. Dit gaan sommer net so 'n impromptu surprise wees eendag en dan kan jy kom kos maak na hartelus en dan kan jy al hierdie interessante resepte van julle gebruik.
Yes.
Goed, Kaufee is ons soort van
We are finished. Thank you for joining us.
Ja.
You've been a wonderful crowd.
op van my kant af Dirkas fluit, my storie is uit.
Yeah, and thank you to the Stellenbosch for having us.
Ja, absoluut fantasties. Goed. Groetnis en liefde van huis tot huis. Ons gesels maandag weer.
Bye bye.
Thank you so much for watching. Remember, we're on YouTube, we're on Facebook, and you can also WhatsApp us. Please do us a favor and like this video, share it, and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to click on the bell icon, so you can get an update when new videos are uploaded. Thanks for now, hope to see you next time.